Hello people, and welcome back to part 18 of Palaven, our vanilla Cities Skylines build. We were having a wonderful day. And thank you for all the likes, comments, shares, and suggestions as always on last episode. You guys really enjoyed the fishing marina, and the name we ended up going for was the Palaven River Fish Co-op, as was voted by you guys. So thank you for getting involved with the series again. Yeah, it's a really nice build, and it fits in wonderfully up alongside this little corner that we had going on. And yeah, I'm happy with it. Nice. We may end up switching the tune of harbours out for something a little less daunting. There is quite a lot of concrete on these, but I guess we'll see how it goes. In today's episode, I wanted to work on a little bit of a population expansion and beginning this side of the suburb, so we've still got a whole space to fill here. I imagine this will probably be a couple of episodes to kind of fill this entire tile. But what I wanted to work on today was at kind of a small rural town centre design, and we've got a little bit of inspiration for that, so let's go ahead and take a look. So if you guys aren't in the Discord already, there is a link in the description below for that. We have a real life city inspiration channel on the Discord, and it's full of pictures of obviously real life cities and kind of, you know, just that general inspiration of things you can build. Stuck for a layout or a bit of a theme, then come ahead, join the Discord and kind of take a look at some of these different town centre designs over here. And you guys will just find a little bit of inspiration that you need. So you've got kind of different residential layouts being posted in here. Kind of screenshots of road layouts. So it's super helpful. If you're not in the Discord, come and check out the Real Life City Inspiration tab. And I'm sure you'll find something to inspire you. Yeah. So this is what I wanted to work on today. So I guess we'll come out from here. Now I need to bear in mind the rail line's going to cross over here at some point, so we'll probably turn it into a bridge over the road. Let's grab our freeform. And we'll just begin to start curving away from the creek here. And what we may even do is upgrade this into kind of the 2-lane highway. Just so it feels like it's a little bit further out. Surround this with some nice rocks and forests, so you're kind of driving into the country a little bit before you reach the town. I guess we'll kind of see how that idea goes. We may kind of upgrade it back into the 4-lane, but we'll see. Okay, let's bring that to a close, and then we're going to switch over to our 2-lane road. And we'll come out by 10. And maybe another 10 as well. Or 20 for the sophisticated among us. So now I want to kind of form the heart of the town centre, so we'll do kind of a little plus symbol like this, I think. So this is going to be kind of the heart of our rural area. I think maybe we've come out by 5 more each side. Kind of like that. I think that'll be okay. I'll take that one away. We'll do 5 there as well. Yes, I'm happy with that. So let's double check the measurements. We're at 400. 400. Nice and easy to follow. Basically just coming down and working in units of 10 and 5 here. Super easy. And then we'll do the same here again as well. Special. So this town square has already been claimed and named. And we've had name suggestion already for when we got around to building this thing, so we'll get it named right now. I'm going to go for Dawson Square and the sun setting. It's going to be a nice view looking into the national park from this town centre as well, isn't it? Special. Special. Let's bring ourselves back to morning and we'll kill the day. Super. So this is going to be our initial little rural town centre. We're going to be able to hook into different paths here as well. Now I think I'm going to start drawing some roads out. And we'll begin to develop a little bit of a waterfront along here as well. And then we'll just kind of repeat this pattern in a couple of different places. Bring it down into the middle again. Same over here. So if we try to draw out, we can't actually snap into the middle, but if we come onto these 2 road guidelines, You're in a straight line, and then we can connect into the middle. So it does help with the symmetry a little bit if you're kind of bothered about that. And then I actually think we'll leave this side, just so we can kind of merge the creek into the town a little more naturally without having to deal with the roads there. And then we'll bring this one up a little bit as well. Come in. That'll be super. And I think what we'll do is we'll carry on the main road out of town. And then that can flow down into the waterfront, whatever is going to reside along this part of the river. Whether or not we're just going to keep it as kind of this green cities waterfront, not sure. If you guys would like to see something specific along this part of the river, then please feel free to throw it in the comments as usual. So I think what we'll do with these kind of houses here is we're going to have a little play with some European suburbia stuff today, which will be nice and fun. So we'll throw in the European suburbia specialization style, I guess it's called, and it'll start to get some stuff in. So first of all, let's work on our commercial. So imagine, you're arriving into this town centre and you're met with kind of a cute little square. And we're going to start getting some buildings in here. So let's go for some big ones on the corners. Getting very specific zoning sizes with these rural town centres is pretty important. How about we throw a dog park on the side as well, on one of the corners. And then we'll change the zoning up here. Go for a couple of little 3x4s. And then let's start working the paths in. So I'm just going to run with the regular dirt paths for this kind of build. I'm not going to be doing anything too major. And actually what we'll do is we'll break this one right here. And then we'll run the path right through the middle. Boom, that's perfect. And then we'll go for 2 buildings kind of right either side of this. Like that. Of course we'll need water, so we'll hook that in. Okay, so we're starting to get a couple of little assets in here now. Maybe one too many burger bites. Let's make one historical and we'll wait for the other to level up. And what we're getting in here, quiet corner shop. Coin laundry. Wonderful. How about a public library in here? Maybe I'm on the head of these roads here. So if we were to place him in here would be quite nice. Most kind of feeling this spot as well. I think we'll go for there. We'll have the library in on the corner. And then let's kind of plan some more commercial zoning around that. So let's go for 4x4 on this corner. And then 4x3 there. So a little more commercial around kind of the main building, which is the town centre. And then we'll take off our grid here. Let's go to the angle. Take that one. And then draw down there. Was our power has disconnected? Only a temporary power line for right now, so everyone stays happy. And then again, let's fill this one out. I want it to be a little more open this side. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go for some pathways. Maybe cut around this end and then into that corner. And then looks like we can squeeze another little bit of zoning in there too. And maybe one here as well. So just really specific zoning. It's starting to rain as well. There's a lot of burger bites, isn't there? It's the place where Burger Bite was founded. So what we'll do is we'll do a quick little run through our traffic lights. I'll probably leave the ones on in the middle just for kind of the aesthetic touch. Then we'll turn all these ones off on the edge. Hopefully this is kind of coming across, Big crossroads in the middle, some commercial around them. And we can do some nice park life detailing in these areas as well. Super. So let's have a little look at some residential. Let's come out from here. We're just going to snap to road length and angle here. Let's bring some up. Here as well. Let's start having a little play. We are in the zone here, right? Yeah, let's push it out. So let's start to have a look at some European suburbia. We'll play with a few different shapes here, see what we like. Get a 4x4 in. Let's go for 3x3, 2x2, and 2x4. Just wait for some of these to spawn in and see what we get. Oh no. Don't want you. Have a little scan through our buildings here actually. This one's fine. Bookstore's fine. We'll wait for the burger bite to go up. This burger bite has just leveled, which is fine. We'll see what he turns into. Big Bite restaurant, fine by me. And now this one's leveled up as well. Harley's coming over there now. And another Big Bite restaurant, but it's a different looking asset. Oh, it's actually the Petrol Station, which is kind of perfect to have it right on the corner to the entrance of the town. I think I'm happy with that. Okay, the European suburbia. Some nice little shapes and patterns here. This is the asset I'm leaning more towards. This one's not bad as well. So these are the two bigger ones, right? A 3x3 and a 4x4. This one's quite nice as well, though. Yeah, the 4x3s. Okay, let's go for that. Let's start getting some of those in. So I don't want them right up next to each other. I want it to be a little bit of space between each of the houses. So we'll kind of run with this pattern right now, leaving kind of two blocks in between. Just keep running with that idea. See what we come up with. One in there. And then we'll save some space on kind of the edge of on the corner of the road there. So I get some houses in. And then rather than kind of everything being linked up with roads like this, I want to kind of try and replace some of the roads with paths. So we'll come through here. It's kind of the aesthetic touch as well. You know, I want lots of walking paths to be around here, linking people into the creek and maybe further down the road. But I guess we'll kind of see how that develops. Okay, see what's developing. So they have a pretty different style, the European suburbia stuff. They do, of course, level up as any other old residential. Let's see if we can chuck in a park asset here to help link the power through. Don't really want to use the dog park again. Let's see if we can grab maybe a small playground on the corner. That should link everybody through. Yeah, okay, we're good. Okay, let's have a little discussion about the detailing in these. Let's grab turn off all the snap in. And then we'll run single dirt path through the middle. And then I think we'll run with nature reserve fence either side of these pathways. As we bring that down, we can then throw in the occasional tree. I keep mixing and matching the trees with these. And definitely some kind of smaller bushes around the edges of the fence. And then we'll just fill out that little 2x2 gap that we've left to help blend in the suburb a little bit more. Kind of comparing it to this, just leaving the empty space. But you know, the houses have got a little bit of breathing room as well because they've got that space between them. It's more rural. Everyone's happy. Oh my word. Keep an eye on your buildings. Nope, please don't grow. Okay. Make sure everyone's watered. So we'll repeat this in a couple of places. Let's come down here. You can do something similar like this as well, kind of run in the opposite direction like we did over in kind of the first suburb. I'll show it in a minute. Again, kind of keep mixing and matching. A couple of different trees in here. Again, just scatter some of those bushes around the edge of the fence. And then we'll just have a nice little walkway here, right? Won't get too much use just because of where it's positioned, but it's a little cut through. Helps add a little other layer of spiciness into what is a rural part of the map. And I guess we'll do something similar here as well. Okay, so let's keep meeting some of that residential demand. I do want to get a fair bit of residential expansion today. Let's come back to all our snapping. Begin drawing these guys out. So we'll come out from this point. That'll be fine. Try to stick to measurement of 10 if I can. I could maybe add in another little connection here into the high-speed road. I think that'll be okay. And I think what we'll actually do here on this junction is upgrade into the symmetricals. Yeah, I think we will do that. So we'll change that one around. So a good way to use these asymmetrical 3-lane roads is you want the 2 lanes facing into the junction. So it's kind of a nice way of just helping to distribute traffic flow a little bit easier. So, you know, the junction takes the pressure, the people going out have a free ride. So you'll just notice them switch on a little bit more. They're pretty useful. It's a nice change of shape from the road pattern as well, you know. Of how it merges in here, splits into 2 lanes. Pretty cool, I like them. They're fairly underrated, I think. Okay, let's continue with our pattern here. What's the point here? 440. There we go. And then we'll come down this side again. And then let's start to break that pattern. Now we'll come down into a couple of dead ends in this direction. Again, I want to leave a little bit of a border between kind of this main road and the rail, which will eventually be active and fairly busy against this one here. So I'll put a nice little treed forest in here. I don't know why I said treed forest. I don't know what the opposite of that would be. And then we'll push Dawson Square out a little bit. Wonderful. And that's coming with that pattern. So we don't really want anything between the town centre and the suburb, kind of how we have here. You know, we'll detail this up again later on. We can maybe get another part life asset in here. We've got a little more room to play with. I'm just going to carry on repeating that pattern that I've been going for. You know, the noise from this high-speed road won't be too bad, so we can afford to have our residentials this close. There's more in here as well. And then again, we'll just do a little bit of a forest, kind of detailed border between this road and the rest of the town. See what other park asset we can use here. Let's maybe go for the large playground. Actually, I think what I want to do is decorate this entrance point here. So we'll go for 2 dirt paths right down the side of the road. Okay, and then let's go ahead and grab, I think we'll run with the conifers. Yeah, okay, let's do this. So if we place a very few of these larger trees in, we'll take it down up to where these crossroads are here. So let's see if we can actually hook those crossroads in. There we go. And then we'll do the same coming down this side again as well. And then we'll grab ourselves a couple of little bushes, just to kind of dot around the base and in between. Just so it looks like it's been, you know, a little more landscaped for the entrance to this town. Like, you know, welcome to Dawson Square. This is not too bad, I don't think. And then again, what we'll do with the rest of these is just hook them into various places. Let's go for the asset right there. And then we'll grab some pathways to hook into the rest of the city. Kind of building rural and town centres are two of my favourite styles to build in. You can be so sparing, and sometimes, you know, less is more. Excuse the awful water pipe layout. It's got to that point in the game where I don't care how nice it looks anymore. But no, I am going to go back and delete them all and lay them under all the roads eventually when I get some time to, just so I can see it. So we're starting to see a little bit of a sprawl develop, which is both tasty and delicious. Okay, let's save that one, even though he's already leveled up. Fine. We'll wait for that one to level up again. Let's make like a little emergency services hub for this part of the town. Let's go for an industrial road. So we'll have this here. And then what we'll do is we'll place in our police station. Go for right there. And then what we will do is box this in. Take that one away. And then we'll grab the fire station. Place this on a slightly different angle. Again, let's draw out a little bit. Box him in as well. And what we can do is have a little bit of an angle coming out there. And then we'll give ourselves some fencing. Let's go for a park fence maybe. Let's actually draw our paths in first. So we'll have one that kind of comes on the crossroads like this. Links people through. And then we can just have a little fence that's gonna surround our services here. And what we'll also do is link this through to the creek as well, so people can actually start crossing from one side of the town into the other. Again, you're drawing fences in, snapping to your angle is tremendously helpful. And we'll do the same on here as well. Go for maybe a little rock asset in here. A couple of smaller ones. And then maybe one of the larger trees just to help draw focus towards it. And then we'll do something similar here too. Go for a couple of these. 1, 2, and 3. And then maybe one of the Palaven pines, accompanied by a couple of smaller micro trees. I think that in itself is a lot more interesting than just placing them on a road, you know. We'll do like a little pavement path decal here, stick some bushes in the middle. It's like, you know, it's a little bit of overgrown concrete land where, you know, it's shattered a little bit, just hasn't been resurfaced, and there's a bit of overgrowth starting to pop through it. Well, that'll do nicely. This will serve this part of town more than okay. Oh my god, stop. Need to keep my eye on that. And then let's also go ahead and hook in the path from the creek. Make sure we've got no snapping on here. And this will come down, hook into there. And we'll probably also take it around the back of the emergency services block as well. We'll hook into that corner. We'll also come down here too. And then I guess we'll come through. We'll come through this point as well. And then again, towards kind of detailing, you know, we'll continue to flesh out these areas with the same design that we've got going on here. Lots of kind of overgrowth and rocks and stuff. And if we do want any kind of larger rock assets in here, then we can get those in before we kind of call this area a day, you know. You don't have to kind of delete any major infrastructure to get those rocks in. So people are beginning to use it now. Fantastic. Is he actually going to cross the creek? Yeah, he is. Oh, it's so good to see kind of these little creek bridges finally getting used. Wonderful. Yeah, so in the detailing here, we'll expand this pattern into the rest of the town centre. Super. We're going to carry on kind of drawing out this road network, guys. We're going to, the distance here, 440 again. 440 is the flavour of the episode, it would seem. Yeah, and just keep kind of filling out some of this residential pattern. And then we'll come back and see how we're looking. And I think we'll also run a little basketball court up alongside the entrance to the town as well. Yeah, carried on expanding, filling in all the little pathways with grids and stuff, and we can see now that the zoning is filled in and ready to go. Of course, no water. Don't worry, I'll fix the water pipes, ignore them. Close your eyes and pretend you didn't see that. Yeah, so we've moved a little kind of denser as we've gotten towards the town centre. Which I think will work out quite nicely, and then as we kind of get further and further out, we'll also realise we're not part of the European suburbia here. Please become. Yeah, so houses get a little tighter together the closer we move into the rural centre here. I think I'll be happy with it. Not happy with that though. Delete them. There are some really nasty looking commercial assets in the pool. Okay. Have a little rural suburban build. This kind of general shape has worked out quite nicely. It's very American, this design. And having the square centre with a surrounding suburb in various directions. I do just want to do a little bit of terraforming and map out what's going to happen with the riverfront over here. So let's just kind of flatten all this out. Let's get a little bit of a lay of the land. Push it out there. Then what we can do is just run a main road along the river right now. Don't forget to let me know, guys, what kind of build you want to see along this riverfront. Do you want to see kind of more green cities, lush type stuff right up against the water? I can maybe do like a green cities commercial waterfront. That might be quite nice. To kind of complement the green cities residential front that we've got going on here. But let me know. Let me know what you want. Oh yeah, so people using the waterfront bike path now because it's been hooked in. Wonderful. Good to see that getting some use. So yeah, that's going to be kind of the base shape. Might do some stuff down here as well. Let's see if we can kind of work some of that in, because I do want to make a little bit of a school park here. So let's fracture the power lines for right now. We will have to draw them back in, of course. Oh yeah, I've also upgraded a couple of the kind of the off-roads into dirt roads, which again helps change up that concrete pattern. Adds a little more brown into the area, which is nice. Done in a couple of places down here as well. Kind of in these little offshoot roads that come out of the main roads from the town. The ones that we've upgraded into dirt. Okay, let's give these guys a kind of dedicated school area. Let's go for an elementary school. So I want to kind of do a few things with this here. Let's go ahead and grab a road like this. Let's just come to the angle. A little shorter than that. Super, so let's do it on this side. So we'll grab the regular elementary. Place that there. Bring up a road by the side of it. And then we'll give this little school its own kind of play area. So we'll go for a small playground. And then bring the road in just a little bit behind. Then we'll grab the power. Put back in this side. And then let's go ahead and grab the roads again. Draw up a little box, and then we'll throw down one of the regular high schools. But I actually think I want this facing along the road. So let's go for there. Take that one. And then not a graveyard. We will put a graveyard in here though. And then we'll have the high school. That's going to face out. I don't think that's too bad of an entrance into the town, I don't think. Fairly happy with that. And then let's grab our dirt paths again. And then we can hook everyone in. Maybe get a little bit of commercial in here. A couple of little touches. Anything too kind of dense around the schools, really. I wonder if we actually integrate some office zone in here. Maybe get one behind the library. Only really small amounts of office, maybe a little 4x3 in there. Yeah, okay, just a little kind of general store like this. I'm fairly happy with that, I think. Oh yeah, there's even like a little ice cream parlour by the schools, that'll be nice. And then let's maybe have one more there. Lots of walkability in this part of the city. People can walk around. This is getting some nice use as well with people deciding to cut into this side of the town rather than heading into the town square. Actually, I wonder if you want these commercial buildings facing into the road, which I think we do. Let's unzone them. Yeah, that's fine. Take this out. And grab this road. And then we'll do some commercial buildings kind of facing in like this. Facing in towards the road. And then let's have that one there as well. Yeah, so there's a couple of these really small units. There's another Burger Bite in there as well. Burger Bite seems to have a monopoly on the burgers of... Wait, this one's Big Bite, isn't it? Have I been saying Burger Bite this whole time? Wait, where's the other ones? It is Big Bite, isn't it? Why have I been calling it Burger Bite? Maybe because it's got a burger on the front of it. I have no idea. Okay, flash those out a little bit. And then some little detailing to tidy up some of these areas here. Just to kind of... bit of a bush spam and a couple of smaller trees in there. Just to help ease into it a little bit more. Yes, that's a nice little entrance into the town, I think. No. Don't want that one. Okay. This is a nice little design, I think. Well guys, that is going to feel like a good place to jump into a detailing time lapse. We've got a lot of work to do around here. We've got a ton of rock and trees to do to kind of blend into the creek. And then also to border the rail and the main road away from the rest of this side of town as well. So yeah, kind of take a note of the palette we've already used. I know I can recognize all these trees here. And then look how busy the creek paths are now. Oh yes! This is fantastic news. Really is. I think people using the bus stops as well to come and go from this part of town, which is nice. Shows the public transport's getting some use. Imagine if all these people were walking if the buses and the paths weren't there. You know, really kind of factor the paths in as part of your public transport network. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and detail up. And as always, we'll be right back. Okay guys, that is going to do it for today. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, a like below is always appreciated. As much if you haven't enjoyed it, please feel free to leave a dislike as well. Really happy with the way that these kind of smaller European suburbia assets have come together to make a little more of a rural town centre. You know, we're quite far from the downtown here, so things are a little more spread out, lots more green, paths, open spaces, etc. You know, things we've covered on before. But I'm happy with it. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what you think should sit along the rest of the waterfront just to the top of the screen here. Bearing in mind we are going to be kind of overlooking the highway and have some kind of highway interchange over there at some point in the future as well. So I kind of bear that in mind to your decision. But we'll kind of run with the most voted option. Otherwise I'll leave it there. Hang around for the rest of the outro tag and check out some of the, well, lots of the tree and rock detailing that we've gone into, especially around the town centre. But I want to thank you all so much for watching. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.